The SHINE program has 26 students this year. We have 15 faculty who have volunteered to have students in their lab. We have 22 PhD student mentors who are monitoring and mentoring these students for at least 20 hours a week.
The purpose of this program is to have SHINE students understand and get a direct experience of what it's like to do research.
Throughout my life I've been interested in coding and how things function, and since a young age I've been tampering with coding for video games and stuff.
I expect him to realize if this is the field that he wants to get into and see all the details, not just it's robotics or it's cool to build robots, but to see what it really takes to be part of it.
In addition to their work in the lab, we have lots of programming to help them understand the whole university research process, the scientific research and communication process. The SHINE students are reading published literature from their professors or their PhD mentors. They learn how to do their own literature searches. They write an annotated bibliography, and then the SHINE process ends in a poster session where each student summarizes in a poster the research he or she has done over the summer and shares that with the community.
What I like about the SHINE students is that they're here in the first place. So there's a self-selected group who are quite highly motivated to do something a little bit different and a little bit constructive.
I think high school is actually the correct age for you to start if you're interested already, because definitely these SHINE students are doing what undergrads are doing already in lab, so there's not much of like an age gap difference that separates them.
Well, when I was younger, I would like to read like a lot of books about like the cell and stuff like that, and so from there I would like read books about like the human body, and then from there about diseases.
I think it's very welcoming. It's I can feel the dynamics, and I think at the end of the program, it'll be one big happy family.
And they have a fresh and kind of blank slate, and I think that's really useful in science creativity. Through their asking of questions, I think it also helps the graduate students and the other scientists in the lab to kind of think about their problems more broadly, and then also sometimes more specifically.
I hope it continues to give her more of a base in engineering.
I think being in high school, sometimes you're not challenged enough, so to now see how that can help him later on in college, I think is what's exciting for me.
What we try to do is plunge them into a series of projects, slightly standalone projects, where they have to make progress through these little jumps and starts.
I let them be quasi-independent, and they've impressed me with what they've come up with and their ingenuity.
Mostly I try to help him find the answer by himself, to help him develop his own ability to think independently.
I had enjoyed learning how things work in the past, but I really didn't know whether I was going to want to pursue that in an academic setting. And SHINE really showed me that that is my future.
I'm really glad I got to have this opportunity because I got to learn a lot about like the research process, what goes into like every single step of the way, and how sometimes there's a lot of troubleshooting that goes on.
It was really fun. Like, I definitely challenged myself because I never had physics prior to my lab. I was able to push through and just challenge myself and complete everything.
What I've done this summer, it definitely showed me how tedious research can be, and how trial and error is extremely common, and to never give up on what you want to do, because the more you push, the greater the result is and the more empowered you feel.
I think it's a very worthy program, and I'm happy that our students can get involved.
The main thing I really enjoyed about SHINE is, whereas in high school I'm simply reading a textbook, in SHINE I'm essentially writing my own textbook because there are no answers to the question I'm trying to solve. I'm solving a mystery that's never been solved before.